want to make sure that I answer some questions that either you may not think you know about it or you've never heard about it before. What I like this Ask Dennis to do is look, let's pinpoint, let's dive into that one point or that one area and expand a little bit on it. Whether people know it or not, data leaves footprints. It leaves tracks. If you want to ignore the data, go for it. And what happens when you don't have data? You're pretty much going on a whim of either the owner's whim or the client's. You might ask a client to ask you something that's off the cuff and you're like, okay, I'm going to do that. Or you see your competition doing something, you're like, oh, I got to do what the competition is doing, so I'm going to swerve this way. If you're doing all of that, you are really running around your head cut off. It really is like getting in a car, driving. You're the driver, you have no destination, and you start driving. You're like, where am I going? I don't know. I'm just going for a ride. The data is kind of like the GPS. So in a GPS, what happens when you're going somewhere and all of a sudden there's traffic? You could do one or two things. You could stay in the traffic all you want, but the smart GPSs go, would you like to reroute to you have 7 minutes sooner to get to this route if you do this? Do you want to, you have to press a button and it reroutes you automatically. Why do you think it reroutes you automatically? Because it knows the data. It's not just looking where you are, it's looking where you've been and where you're going. All right, so the quick boat analogy is to me, there are 6 sections to a boat and also 6 areas to your business. Service, it starts with service, but you have to make sure you have service with a value. Because if you have just regular everyone else's service, what differentiates you between your competition and why should they choose you? If they don't know you have average service or they think you have average service, it's perception too, by the way. If they think you have average service, you are going to struggle to get business. However, if you can differentiate yourself with the service as well as the, not just a service, but the client journey. And so I'm not just like you come here once and you're going to learn something, one service. Okay. I have multiple services that can piggyback off one another to lengthen your journey so that it's more fulfilling for you. And at the same time, I'm able to give you more value. So that's basically the start of the bottom boat. On top of the boat, I have 2 other ones, goals and data. All right. People know there's data around them, but they never look at it. Small business owners are just too really focused, which they should be. They're focused on making sure the clients come in the door and it just keeps going. However, the data that's associated with all that work, whether it's bringing in the client or keeping the client or bringing the client back, and what happened to lost leads or things like that, that's all data. All data forms a pattern. And if you can understand the patterns, it's almost like knowing the answers to a test going in to take a test. That's how powerful it could be. So you got the data on top, you also got goals next to it because you have goals for your business. And as a business owner, you have goals for yourself. You want to make sure that the goals are going this direction and the data is going this direction. If the data is going this direction, the goals are going this direction, and you don't know about it, that's really bad. If you know about it, that's even worse because it's a struggle trying to get one on each side of the thing. So if the 2 can go like this, it's much better. And if you know your data, you can adjust your data to the goals or your goals to the data. And sometimes people say, well, why would you do that? Because sometimes things take a little right or left, wherever, and you realize, actually, I like that. I like where this is going. I'm going to move my goal over to here. Because what is a goal? A goal is a prediction that you want to make. And as you get the actual data coming in, you can see how close you are to prediction. Sometimes your prediction is way off that you have to adjust. And other times it's way off because you didn't think you were going to do that well. So you have to adjust it that way. So those have to go together. Then you also have 3 more areas. You got your strategy, your systems, and your CRM. And I put the CRM in there because that's a great, great way to help your business out. And so if you have a strong CRM, your strategies and systems can feed off of that.